right, good evening, sports fans, and welcome to the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network for tonight's production of the 1972-73 Epic Basketball League. Thank you all for tuning in tonight for our Bronze Division matchup between the Portland Trail Blazers and the Cleveland Cavaliers. These are not two of the top teams in the league, but there's some good players on both these squads. And we like to take a look at every team in the league over the course of the Epic Basketball League season. So we are coming to you tonight from Cleveland with the Portland Trail Blazers and the Cleveland Cavaliers as we take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First for the Portland Trail Blazers. At the point guard, Charlie Davis, 6'1", 180 pounds. Second-year man out of Wake Forest. Jeff Petrie moves over to the shooting guard position to start things off tonight. At the small forward, Petrie, of course, a stud out of Princeton in his third year. Led the team with 24.9 points per game in the 1972-73 Portland season. As we say hello to Cleveland baseball fan 879. Thank you for checking us out here tonight. A couple of rookies in the starting lineup for Portland, and they are good ones. Believe it or not. At the small forward is Ollie Johnson, 6'6", 200 pounds, out of Temple. He was their second-round pick, number 30 overall. Lloyd Neal, another rookie who was the third-round pick, number 31 overall. And a first-team all-rookie performer is the power forward. He finished the 72-73 campaign with 13 points a game and 11.8 rebounds. And at the center position for Portland is last year's Rookie of the Year, none other than Sidney Wicks out of UCLA. And the reason these Portland rookies are so interesting is that Portland had the number 1 overall draft pick in the 72 NBA draft. And with that pick, they chose the rookie, the center out of Loyola Chicago, LaRue Martin. And Martin was one of the great disappointments in NBA draft history. Chosen number 1 overall. Only stuck around the NBA for 4 years, managed only about 7 points per game. But Portland had some stellar rookies that year. Lloyd Neal made the all-rookie team. Ollie Johnson was very productive as well. And we may see Bill Smith out of Syracuse in this game later on. So that is the Portland Trail Blazers and their starting 5. For the homestanding Cleveland Cavaliers, they have an outstanding rookie at the power forward in Dwight Davis. He was chosen number 3 overall out of Houston and was also named first team all-rookie, averaging 9 points and 7.4 rebounds per game on the season. But the real strength of this Cavalier squad is in the backcourt, where we've got Lenny Wilkins and Austin Carr. Both averaged over 20 points a game for the Cavaliers in 72-73. And Lenny Wilkins was number 2 in the league with 8.4 assists per game. Wilkins came over in the offseason from Seattle in a trade that was very unpopular out in the Pacific Northwest, as Wilkins and Barry Clemens came over from Seattle in exchange for Butch Beard. As D. Scott Howard says, Blazers have had some big busts at center in the draft over the years. And indeed, as an Ohio State Buckeye fan, I know full well the story of Greg Oden. I don't know that Oden was a bust, but just the injury problems more than anything plagued Greg Oden for his career. And of course, the legendary Sam Bowie, chosen ahead of Michael Jordan in another stellar moment in Portland draft history. Rounding out the starting 5 for Cleveland, we have the longtime Cleveland Cavalier, John Johnson out of Iowa. And at the center position, Out of Cincinnati, 6'9", 235, Rick Roberson. Roberson had a nice season for the Cavaliers in 72-73, putting up 12 points per game and 11 rebounds. We've got a great crowd in the chat room tonight. We've got a couple of, if not talented, at least evenly matched teams in the Portland Trail Blazers and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Hopefully we'll have an entertaining ball game tonight as we say hello to Brock Riblet. Go Buckeyes indeed. All right, let's get things underway with the opening tip-off. And the tip is controlled by Portland. And they have it in the hands of their point guard, Charlie Davis. Davis looking things around up on the top. And he sends it to Ollie Johnson working inside against John Johnson. It's a Johnson and Johnson matchup here, and we've got a shot clock violation to start things off. So not so good for the starting things off for Portland with a turnover on the first possession. Now we have Cleveland in possession for the first time under the expert guidance of the veteran Lenny Wilkins. Cleveland moving from left to right on your computer screen. Wilkins calls the offense, sets a play, and sends it down low to the fabulous rookie Dwight Davis down there. Working on Lloyd Neal down low. Davis with a scoop shot off the glass, around the rim and out. And the rebound taken out of there by Lloyd Neal for Portland. So both teams come up empty on the first possession of the ballgame. And now we've got a look inside for Sidney Wicks. Wicks working on Roberson down low. His short jump shot is off the rim, no good. Lloyd Neal with another rebound. The putback attempt by Lloyd Neal from in close is good. Neal with 19 points in his last game. And he gives Portland a 2-0 lead. Back come the Cavaliers. Wilkins now is going to take it himself. Steps around Charlie Davis, gets into the lane. Passes it off to Johnson down low. Johnson cannot get the shot to fall. John Johnson misses that one. The rebound, another one for Lloyd Neal for the Blazers. And the Blazers want to run. They've got Charlie Davis leading the break, with Petrie and Johnson on the wings. Petrie takes the ball down the baseline, sends it back to Davis inside. Davis to his left hand, lays it up and misses. The rebound comes out of there to Ollie Johnson. Ollie Johnson with the putback attempt, and he has it stolen away by John Johnson for the Cavaliers. Boy, we've got two Davises and two Johnsons out there. It is going to be a fun time here in the chat room here tonight in the Dave Cave. As D. Scott Howard says, JJ used to have drinks with him after work in the 1990s. That would be John Johnson. Is that correct, D. Scott? As Cleveland brings the ball back the other way, still looking for their first points of the night. This time Wilkins from the perimeter throws a fantastic pass to JJ inside. JJ shoots and scores. 2 apiece here in the opening minutes. As Portland comes back with it, and they get it down low again to Ollie Johnson. Johnson's got Roberson on him on the switch. That's a mismatch. Ollie's going to kick it out to Petrie on the baseline. The baseline jump shot by Petrie is good. Wilkins brings the Cavaliers back on the offense, once again trailing in this one 4-2. They get it to John Johnson on the baseline. Johnson looking for help. Can't find anybody. Takes the jump shot and scores it. Johnson has all 4 points for the Cavaliers here tonight, as we are tied at 4. Inside they go to Ollie Neal, working on Dwight Davis inside. Neal pump fakes, shoots, and scores it. And he is fouled on the play by Dwight Davis.
Neal scores.
Neal goes to the free throw line with a chance to complete the three-point play. And the shot by Neal is good.
Neal made the free throw.
Neal made the free throw. He's got 5 points on the night. Portland now ahead 7-4. Back the other way comes Cleveland. The open man inside is Roberson, working on Sidney Wicks down low. Roberson steps around Wicks, cannot get the layup to drop, gets his own rebound. Roberson on the putback, goes to his left hand, cannot get that one to go. And it is Ollie Johnson with the rebound for Portland. Portland looking to extend the lead as they get it to Petrie on the perimeter. Petrie shows and goes. And now we have got a technical foul. That is going to go against Dwight Davis. Charlie Davis will shoot the technical for Portland. I don't know what happened to Dwight Davis over there. I guess he got into it with
Davis made the free
with
throw.
somebody down low. Rookie mistake by Dwight Davis, letting his emotions get the best of him there. As Charlie Davis converts the free throw, and Portland takes an 8-4 lead, still in possession of the basketball. The ball goes inside to Wicks. Wicks on the low post. Fakes left. Steps to his right. Sends it back across to Ollie Johnson for the short jump shot, and Johnson nails it easily. First two of the night for Ollie Johnson, and Portland quickly up in front, 10-4. Cleveland with the basketball. Inside they look to Roberson once again. Set up nicely by Wilkins. Working on Wicks in there, and this time gets it to go. Roberson beat the double team and scored that one. Give the assist to Wilkins. That's his second of the night. 10-6 now. Portland with the lead and the basketball. Ollie Johnson has it now on the perimeter. Guarded tightly by John Johnson. He's going to look inside to Wicks. Wicks with the short jump shot from the low block is good. First basket of the night for Sidney Wicks. And now we have Roberson with another possession on the inside. Both teams trying to pound the paint here tonight, and this time Wicks blocks it. Roberson went for the layup. Wicks blocked him. John Johnson takes the rebound for Cleveland. Johnson on the putback is no good. And now it is Dwight Davis on the offensive glass for Cleveland. Dwight with the putback attempt. Off glass and through.
Dwight Davis.
12-8 now is your score. Cavaliers starting to wake up here a bit and keeping it close, although Portland still enjoys the lead. Now we've got another inside look for Ollie Neal down low. And Portland's getting some points in the paint here in the first quarter as Neal converts that one, and the Trailblazers go back on top by 6. Wilkins now sends it over to Carr, gets it back, and now it's stolen by Charlie Davis. 3-on-2 going the other way for Portland with Davis. He's got Petrie and Johnson on the wings. Petrie has it on the right. Cross courts it to Charlie Davis, who goes to the left hand, misses the layup. And John Johnson takes down the rebound for the Cavaliers. Missed opportunity there for Portland. Now they go inside to John Johnson. John Johnson working on Ollie Johnson in the low block. Shoots from in close, no good. But he is fouled by Ollie Johnson. And according to our commentators, that is a ticky-tack foul. And that will send John Johnson to the line for 2 free throws. Johnson, a 73% shooter on the 72-73 season, missed the first. Second shot for Johnson is good.
Johnson made the free throw.
14-9 now is your score. Portland still with the lead, under 8 minutes to play in the first period. Portland sets up the offense. Davis looks for the open man, finds Neal down on the low block again. Neal works inside over the mismatch against Austin Carr. Cannot get the layup to go. Wicks takes the offensive board for Portland, and Wicks' putback is good.
Wicks.
Sidney Wicks getting some work done in there, already with 4 points, 2 assists, and his first rebound of the night. Portland quickly on top by 7. And Austin Carr is just being smothered on defense by Jeff Petrie. They haven't been able to find him for anything tonight, and he's one of their leading scorers. They're forced to go back inside to Davis. Davis in traffic. Defended by Neal, fakes, shoots, and scores.
Dwight Davis.
Dwight Davis now with 4 points on the night. Portland by 5 with Charlie Davis taking the outside jump shot. Oh, a quick jump shot, and he buried it. Davis caught the Cleveland defense not quite set, and he made him pay. Portland back on top by 7. Cleveland looks inside once again to John Johnson. Going to the left hand, off glass and off the rim, no good. Sidney Wicks takes the rebound for Portland. Portland off to a good start from the field, aided their first 12 field goals in building this lead. Now they've got a look for Petrie on the perimeter. He fakes, he goes to his right, misses the shot over Austin Carr, and the rebound is taken for Dwight Davis, and he is fouled by Sidney Wicks. First foul of the night for Wicks after the strong rebound by Dwight Davis from Cleveland. Cleveland will set up at the other end. Once again, they go down to Johnson on the block. They like that matchup over Ollie Johnson, but John couldn't get that one to go again. Ollie got a piece of it. And now we have a loose ball foul over the back on one of the Johnsons. My guess is that's Ollie Johnson, because he has gone to the bench now for Portland with 2 fouls. Johnson to be replaced in there by Greg Smith. And wouldn't you know, we've got 2 Smiths on the Portland roster and a Smith on the Cleveland roster. So we got Smiths, we got Davises, we got Johnsons. And we've got 2 players by the name of Clemens, although it's spelled differently. So, boy, it's going to be it's going to be a lot of fun here trying to keep up with all of the names at the broadcast position from the Dave Cave, as we're just about at the midway point of the first quarter. 6:23 to play. Cleveland with the basketball and trailing by 7. Wilkins looks to set up a play. Can't find an open teammate. He's going to have to take it himself. His jump shot from the free throw line is no good. And the offensive rebound is taken by John Johnson. John with the putback attempt. That's off the mark. And Charlie Davis catches the rebound for Portland. Empty possession for the Cavaliers. They're shooting only 5 of 15 from the field tonight. Here's another quick shot by Charlie Davis. That's no good. And Austin Carr takes the rebound. First rebound of the night for AC. As the Cavaliers come back the other way. Inside they go to Dwight Davis. Covered tightly by Neal. Cannot get the shot to fall. Sidney Wicks with the rebound for Portland. Charlie Davis sets up the Trailblazers. They send it to Greg Smith on the outside. He's going to look down low to Neal. Neal working in the paint. Leans in from in close and buries him. And we're seeing a great start tonight for Lloyd Neal. He's already got 9 points in just the first 6.5 minutes of play. Portland on top now 20-11. Here's an outside jump shot for Wilkins. That's no good. And Sidney Wicks with another rebound for the Trailblazers. Now it's out on top in the hands of Charlie Davis. Fakes to his right, goes left. Comes off a screen by Neal. His underhand shot is blocked. Roberson got over on the help and took that one away from the board. Austin Carr comes out with it for Cleveland. The Cavaliers want to run. Wilkins in the lead. They've got the numbers 4 on 3. Dwight Davis has it on the baseline, sends it to Carr, the trailer. Carr takes it hard to the basket and scores it.
Austin Carr.
Austin Carr with his first basket of the night. And it is now 20-13 in favor of the Blazers. Under 5 to play, first quarter. Here's Petrie with it for Portland, weaving through traffic. Tried to kick it back out on top. And Wilkins got in there into the passing lane, made the steal. Here come the Cavaliers once again in transition. Wilkins with Johnson. Johnson down the center of the lane. Dishes it off to Wilkins for the basket.
Lenny Wilkins.
Nice play on both ends there by Lenny Wilkins, who, even though he's late in his career, 13 years in, is still a very heady basketball player and would go on to become one of the great coaches in NBA history. Portland now has their lead cut to 5. But they're back on offense with Petrie. Now covered out there by Roberson. Petrie comes off the screen with an open look and buries.
Petrie.
Portland back on top by 7. Cleveland with the basketball. Roberson has it on the baseline. That's not where he wants to operate. He's going to kick it out to Austin Carr. The jump shot by Austin Carr is no good. And another big rebound for Lloyd Neal. 4 rebounds on the night for Neal to go with 9 points. Coming back the other way, it is Petrie and Smith, and they're going to walk it back the other way as Cleveland gets back in the transition defense. Now they go down low to Wicks. Wicks beat his man back to the spot, gets open, but cannot get the shot to fall. Had a good open look there, couldn't convert it. And now Wilkins and Carr are going to take it back the other way. Running the floor is Lenny Wilkins. He gets it to Carr on the baseline. Carr back to Wilkins, lays it up and good.
Lenny Wilkins.
Cleveland having some success here in transition. And with 4 minutes to go in the first period, the lead is cut back down to 5. 22-17, Portland with the lead and the basketball. It's in the hands of Petrie. Petrie's having all kinds of trouble out there on the perimeter with Austin Carr. Tries to get into the lane, runs into Carr. Shot no good. No whistle on the play despite a lot of contact. And it is Johnson coming out of there with the rebound for the Cavaliers, John Johnson. And the Cavaliers will take it back the other way slowly. Trailing now just by 5. They have trailed by as many as 9 here in this first period. The Cavaliers have not led. Now they go inside to Roberson on the low block. Once again working on Sidney Wicks. And Roberson lowered the shoulder, and that is an offensive foul. First foul of the night on Roberson. We've got a couple of Davises leaving the court for both teams. And into the game for Portland to play the point guard is Larry Steele, second-year man out of Kentucky. Into the game for Cleveland at the power forward position will be Cornell Warner, a third-year man out of Jackson State. So the ball is back in the hands of the Trailblazers, now led out there by Larry Steele. Steele's going to look inside for Sidney Wicks. Can they get it down to him there on the low block? They finally find Wicks as they move it around, and Wicks is able to put it home. Good ball movement by the Trailblazers on that possession. 3.5 minutes to play now. Portland leads by 7. Here's an open look for Austin Carr finally. His fadeaway jump shot from the free throw line extended is no good. And Lloyd Neal with another rebound for Portland. Cleveland still shooting just over 36% for the night. And now on the other end, here's an air ball by Larry Steele. And that is out of play. Ball goes back over to Cleveland. Terry Dishinger comes into the game for the Trailblazers. Dishinger, a veteran out of Purdue in his 11th season. Cleveland with the basketball, once again looking to cut into the lead as Johnson has it on the perimeter. He sends it back out to Wilkins, top of the key. Wilkins from the outside is going to pull the trigger. That's offline. Rebound is kicked out of bounds, and it will be Portland basketball. More substitutions for the Cavaliers. Into the game is Barry Clemens, who came over from Seattle with Lenny Wilkins in the infamous trade. Steve Patterson out of UCLA comes into the power forward spot, and that will drop Cornell Warner down to center. Portland up by 7, under 3 minutes to play in the first period. The ball is in the hands of Steele out on top. He wants Wicks. Wicks inside. Short jump shot is no good, but he is going to be fouled on the play by Warner. Actually, they call that as a loose ball foul on the rebound. So possession will stay with Portland with a fresh 24. Steele sets things up, sends it over to Petrie. Petrie once again with Austin Carr in his face, tries to Attack the basket. Looks to get it down to Wicks down low. Bad pass. Out of bounds. Turnover to the Cavaliers. Austin Carr doing a good job on the defense. And now we've got LaRue Martin into the game for Portland, with Ollie Johnson back into the game and Greg Smith sliding out to the shooting guard position as Jeff Petrie takes a rest. Cleveland with the basketball, trailing by 7. Wilkins still running the point. Sends it down low to Patterson. Patterson from the block is good. Steve Patterson with his first basket of the night. And it is once again a 5-point game. It's been in that 5 to 7 point range throughout the first quarter. Here's another outside jump shot by Larry Steele. This one is good for his first basket of the night. Portland back on top by 7. Jim Clemens now into the basketball game along with Barry Clemens for the Cavaliers. This will be fun, as it is in the hands of Jim Clemens on the outside. Working against Greg Smith. Clemens wants to drive the baseline. He's cut off by LaRue Martin. He stops, he pops, and he scores it.
Jim Clemens.
Clemens with the assist by Clemens, the former Buckeye, with his first basket of the night. Clemens, a member in his rookie season of the LA Lakers squad that won the Epic Basketball League championship. Portland up by 5 as we approach the final minute of play here in the first quarter. For the first time, we see the ball in the hands of LaRue Martin. His 5-foot jumper is good.
Martin.
Boy, Martin looked great on that play. It's no wonder they drafted him number 1. Portland back on top by 7. Once again, they go to Jim Clemens on the perimeter. Once again, Clemens on the wing. Wants to attack the basket. Martin establishes position. Forces Clemens to alter the shot. That's no good. Barry Clemens takes the rebound for the Cavaliers. And the pass goes back out to Wilkins on the free throw line. Sends it back to Barry Clemens. Two-man game here with Wilkins and Clemens. And Wilkins finally sends it to Clemens, who buries the jump shot. Now 6 points, 4 assists for Lenny Wilkins here in the first. And once again, it is a 5-point game. So both teams have pretty well settled in. They're trading baskets at this point. Portland holding the slight lead. Here's an open look for Larry Steele from the free throw line. And he scores it again.
Steele.
That's the second jump shot that Steele has connected with tonight. And that puts Portland back on top by 7. Can Cleveland get something going here in the final 3 seconds of the period? Here's Wilkins from way outside. Gets around Steele. His layup is no good at the buzzer, and that will end the first quarter.
Portland 30, Cleveland 23.
All right, let's take a look at your first quarter box score. 30-23 is your score, and Portland led by right around 7 points most of the first quarter after establishing an early lead. Portland shoots 56% on the quarter compared to 39% for Cleveland, and that's the difference in this ball game. Rebounds are dead even. Wilkins with the 4 assists. Neither team with any real foul trouble. Ollie Johnson did have to sit with 2 personals. Leading scorer for Cleveland was Lenny Wilkins, the 6 points, the 4 assists. He is the star of this team. And Lloyd Neal, of course, with that big first quarter, 9 points, 5 rebounds for the Trailblazers rookie as they have established the lead. All right, we head back to action here in quarter number 2 with the opening tip. Jim Clemens has moved over to point guard for Cleveland. Austin Carr back in at the shooting guard. And the remainder of the starters are intact for the Cavs with John Johnson, Dwight Davis, and Roberson for Cleveland. The Portland lineup is the starting 5 with Petrie and Davis in the backcourt, Ollie Johnson and Lloyd Neal the forwards, and Sidney Wicks inside. The tip-off goes to Cleveland, and the Cavaliers will get the first possession of the quarter. Johnson has it. They want to get it to Roberson on the low block. He gets the pass from Jim Clemens, but he cannot get the shot to go. Rebound comes off to Dwight Davis for Cleveland, and he sends it back out. Cleveland will reset. Jim Clemens sets things up once again. This time he finds Carr on the perimeter. Carr with a perimeter jump shot is good. Carr was quiet in the first quarter, but he gets things started for the Cavs here in the second. 30-25 is the score, as Portland has possession for the first time in the period. Ollie Johnson now working down low. Working on John Johnson in the paint. The short jump shot by Ollie is good. Portland back on top by 7. It is Jim Clemens with it out on top for the Cavaliers. He's going to look for some help. He can't find any help. He gets a screen, dribbles once to his left, shoots and scores. 4 points for Jim Clemens. Jeff Petrie now with it, with Austin Carr right up in his grill. And Petrie cannot get the perimeter jump shot to go. Lloyd Neal takes the rebound off the offensive glass. Neal with a putback attempt. Cannot get the shot off, but he is fouled by Dwight Davis.
Second personal.
That is 2 on Davis. That's a foul on the floor. Side out for the Trailblazers. Still leading by 5, 32-27. And here's a steal off the inbounds pass by Austin Carr. Cleveland picks up another possession, and now on the other end we've got a whistle and an illegal defense warning issued to the Trailblazers. One more of those will be a technical foul. Cleveland will restart the offense. Clemens directing traffic. Gets it down low to Dwight Davis. Davis working on Lloyd Neal down low. Now we've got a whistle and an injured player. Jim Clemens has injured his ankle, and he is leaving the game. They're going to tape him up and probably get him back in later. But until then, Lenny Wilkins will return to action for Cleveland. 12 on the shot clock as Davis is set to inbound. They get it to Wilkins out on top. He's only got 3 seconds to shoot. Can he get it off? His jump shot is ahead of the buzzer but cannot fall. But he is fouled on the play by Dwight Davis, by Charlie Davis, and that is his first. Davis not happy. I don't know if he's not happy with the call or if he's not happy with his own performance there, because fouling a jump shooter late in the shot clock is never a good play. Wilkins, a good free throw shooter, hits the first.
Wilkins made the free throw.
Now with 7 points on the night to lead the Cavs. Looking to make it 8 with the second free throw. And he scores it.
Wilkins made the free throw.
32-29 now. Cleveland back to within 3. Portland basketball. Charlie Davis sets up the offense. Sends it down inside to Ollie Johnson. It's Johnson versus Johnson in the low post. Ollie steps around, tries to get the shot off with the left hand. It's no good, but he is fouled by Rick Roberson on the help. And that will be 2 free throws for Ollie Johnson. Ollie misses the first. Good-looking rookie out of Temple. Ollie hits the second, and it's now a 4-point game, 33-29. Cleveland with the basketball, trying to cut further into the deficit. Wilkins looking inside. Can't find a teammate. Fakes Charlie Davis up into the air. Dribbles to his left, lays it up and good. Boy, that was just a good veteran move there by Wilkins to find the open layup. Cleveland is back to within a 2-point game. Portland needs to get the offense going. Wicks has it way out on the perimeter. From the outside, he's got Wilkins on him out there. Cannot get the shot to go. The rebound is knocked out of bounds. Touch last by the Trailblazers. Ball goes to Portland with the opportunity to tie the game. Cleveland basketball. Wilkins out on top. Pulls out of play. Now Roberson has it on the baseline. He's going to look inside to John Johnson in the low post. The shot by John Johnson is good, and we've got a tie ball game. 33-33 at the 9.5-minute mark here to go in the second. And if you hang around until halftime, you can get updates for the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network for the coming weekend. Charlie Davis brings the Trailblazers back. Sends it to Petrie on the outside. Petrie having a whale of a time with the defense of Austin Carr. Steps around Carr, gets into the lane, lays it up, and good.
Petrie.
Got some help there from Sidney Wicks setting the screen. Petrie scores his 6th point of the night and puts Portland back out on top by 2. Cavaliers still have not yet led in this ball game. Roberson has it down low, looking to tie the game. Cannot get the shot to go as he stepped around Wicks. Roberson gets his own rebound. Roberson on the putback attempt, pump fakes, and has it blocked by Wicks. Nice recovery there by Wicks. Here's a scrum for the basketball, and it is Petrie coming out of there with it for Portland. Nice block shot in there by Sidney Wicks. Now they've got Wicks on the low block. He beat Roberson coming back the other way and buries the layup to put Portland out back on top by 4. 37-33. Trailblazers back in the lead. Wilkins works on Davis. What's he going to do? Looks to pass inside. Ooh, steps around Davis and attacks the rim once again. This time Wicks came over and fouled him on the help. Once again, Lenny Wilkins is able to break down the defense. And this time gets a foul for his troubles. That's called on the floor. It will not be a shooting foul. But Cleveland will have a chance to inbound here with a full shot clock. Dwight Davis to inbound. The pass goes out on top to Wilkins. Wilkins back into Dwight Davis on the inside. Davis working on Lloyd Neal down there. Rises up, shoots, and scores. 37-35. 8 minutes to play now in the quarter. Another look from down low for Wicks, and he buries another one.
Wicks.
With that, Sidney Wicks has 10 points. He now leads the Blazers. Wilkins with 10 for Cleveland. Good second period here for Lenny Wilkins. 39-35. They're keeping it close on both ends. Here's another outside look for Austin Carr, and he's fouled by Petrie.
Foul is on Petrie. His first personal, 13.
That is also called on the floor. Carr tried to sell taking a shot there, but the referees weren't having it, and it'll be a side out for Cleveland. Inbounds pass goes out to Carr once again. Working on Petrie on the perimeter. This time tries to get it into Davis, but has it slapped away and stolen by Petrie. Nice defensive effort there by Jeff Petrie. Gives Portland another possession. Petrie wants it on the perimeter. Gets into the lane, steps around Carr, lays it up, and good. Broke his ankles on that one. Portland back up on top by 6, 41-35. Cavaliers worked very hard to tie the game, and they've gone quiet since then. As we say hello to Dave Gardner in the chat room. How you doing, my man? Good to see you here on a Friday night for the Portland Trail Blazers and the Cleveland Cavaliers in Bronze Division action. Not two of the better NBA squads in 72-73, but a very well-matched game. As Portland has led most of the way, Cleveland has been trying to cut into the lead. Now they've got John Johnson on the low block for another look inside. Johnson under the backboard, lays it up off the window, and good.
John Johnson.
9 points for John Johnson. Pulls the Cavs back to within 4. 41-37. Steele with it now for the Trailblazers, running the point. He hit a couple of shots in the first period. He's got another open look here. Working against Lenny Wilkins. Sets his feet, shoots, and scores.
Steele.
Portland back on top by 6. Wilkins brings the Cavaliers down to the offensive end. Gets it to Johnson on the perimeter. Johnson takes a long jump shot, no good, out of bounds. Last touch by the Cavaliers. Ball goes over to Portland. (43-37), Portland with the lead and the basketball. 6.5 minutes to go before halftime. They get it to Wicks. Wicks out on the post, on the baseline, excuse me. Finds Ollie Johnson open inside with a nice-looking pass, and Johnson lays it home. Portland back out on top now by 8. 10-2 scoring run for the Blazers. And now here is another missed shot for Wilkins and another possession for Portland as they look to go on top by double digits. Steele with it out on top. Looks inside for Lloyd Neal. Neal had a very strong first quarter. Steps around Davis, lays it up and good. Double figures now for the rookie Lloyd Neal. He's got 11. And for the first time tonight, Portland has a double-digit lead. Under 6 to play in the second period. John Johnson with it on the outside. Looks back to Wilkins out on the top. Wilkins draws a double team, shoots and scores, and he is fouled on the play by Ollie Johnson. That is 3 fouls on Ollie, and that gives Wilkins the shot at a 3-point play. Boy, Lenny Wilkins by far the smartest player on the court tonight, but that's true for just about any game that Lenny Wilkins played in. Wilkins steps to the line. His free throw is good. He's got 13 points. And the lead, believe it or not, is back to a 7-point game where it's been most of the night. Portland with the possession. Steele on the outside, guarded closely by Wilkins. Looking for help. Gets it to Petrie on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Petrie wants to attack. Gets into the paint. Tries to dump it off to Wicks, but threw it away. Ball goes over to Cleveland. John Johnson now has a look inside for the Cavs. His shot over Greg Smith is good. And now he's got double digits. So we're seeing some good scoring tonight. Double digits. 2 for each team. Portland still up by 5 with the basketball here. Under 5 minutes to play before halftime. Petrie on the outside. Wants to attack. Foul line extended. Dribbles to his right. Runs into Roberson. Petrie lays it up, no good. Will there be a whistle? Yes, they are going to call that one on Roberson, and that will be 2 free throws for Jeff Petrie. Petrie missed the first. And with that, the horn sounds, and Rick Roberson will leave the game with the 3 fouls. He'll be replaced by Cornell Warner. Petrie with the second shot. He missed them both. And Dwight Davis takes the rebound for Cleveland. Cleveland basketball. Inside they go to Cornell Warner. He has got a very stellar defender, Sidney Wicks, on him. He's going to try and kick it back out to the perimeter. They want to get it to Carr. Carr finally gets the pass from Davis, but cannot get the jump shot to go. The rebound is taken by Warner. Warner's going to go for the putback, and he lays it home.
Cornell Warner.
First basket of the night for Cornell Warner, third-year man out of Jackson State. Once again, it's a 3-point ball game. 4.5 to play before halftime. Charlie Davis with it out on top. Working on Lenny Wilkins. Calls for the screen. Takes it to his right. Drives to the basket. He traveled. Cleveland basketball now trailing by 3. Looking to crawl back into the game yet again. As Wilkins has it out on top, working on Davis. Gets into the lane. Wicks cuts him off. Wilkins left the floater short. And the rebound is taken again for Portland by Lloyd Neal. Under 4 to play. Portland with the basketball leading by 3. They've got it in the hands of Charlie Davis on the outside. Davis wants to attack. Drops it off down low to Wicks. Nice pass by Davis. Wicks scores that one. Portland back on top by 5. Portland still blistering the nets. 64% from the field tonight. And that has enabled them to maintain a somewhat comfortable lead. Cleveland goes back inside to John Johnson. They're not giving up. And Johnson, buries his shoulder into Greg Smith, and they call Johnson for the charge. Disappointing possession there for the Cavs. Portland back on top, 49-44. 3.5 to go before halftime. Here's Greg Smith with it on the inside. Smith working on John Johnson. Goes to work in the low post. Steps around. Reverse layup for Smith is good. First basket of the night for Greg Smith. Puts Portland back on top by 7. In the game now is Steve Patterson for the Cavs. They try to get it to him down low. Patterson from the inside. His shot is long, but he was fouled on the play by Dishinger. And that will send Steve Patterson to the line for 2 shots. Patterson, the second-year man out of UCLA. First shot is up and good.
Patterson hits the first.
Now with 3 points on the night. Looking for number 4. Not a good free throw shooter. Only 52% on the 72-73 season. And he missed the second free throw. I guess the announcer jinx got him on that one. As Terry Dishinger takes the rebound for Portland. 6-point game now. 3:10 to play. Portland setting up the offense. They get it into the hands of Wicks, but he is too far away from the hoop to get off a good shot. He sends it back out to the perimeter to Petrie. Petrie with the long jump shot is good.
Petrie.
10 points now for Petrie. Balanced scoring from both teams. Portland back on top by 8. Austin Carr with it on the perimeter for Cleveland. A wild shot by Carr bounces high off the rim. Rebounded by Wicks for the Blazers. Portland with numbers in transition. Charlie Davis dribbles it down in the center of the court. Sends it to Petrie on the wing. He gets it to Wicks on the baseline. Wicks slams it home. And he is fouled on the play by Patterson.
Foul is on Patterson.
Former UCLA teammates Steve Patterson and Sidney Wicks. And Wicks got the better of Patterson on that play for the hoop and the hard. And if Wicks can hit here, he'll put Portland on top by 11. But Wicks is offline with the free throw. And the rebound for Cleveland is taken by Bobby Smith now into the game. Yet another Smith in the game. So we've got a Smith on each side. And the Cleveland Smith is Bobby Smith, who is now at the point. Sends it inside to Patterson. Patterson again working down low on Dishinger. His short shot rolls around the rim and off. And Sidney Wicks clears the rebound for Portland. Portland looking to expand a 10-point lead with 2.5 minutes to play. And we've got another whistle. And Terry Dishinger is being carried off the court now with an ankle injury. And he may be out for a good bit of time. And that will bring Bob Davis into the game now, the rookie out of Weber State for Portland. So we've got Charlie Davis and Bob Davis in the game for the Blazers, along with Petrie, Greg Smith, and Lloyd Neal on the low block. Cleveland has Lenny Wilkins with Bobby Smith in the backcourt. Barry Clemens at the small forward, Patterson and Warner down low. Portland leading by 10, 2.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. as the inbound pass comes inside to Portland, and they work it down low to Bob Davis. Bob Davis working on Patterson, 16 on the shot clock. He sends it back out to the wing. Petrie takes the pass, tries to get it down to Neal on the baseline, threw it behind him and out of bounds. Cleveland basketball, trailing by 10 now. Wilkins gets open for a shot from the free throw line, extended. That's no good. Rims around and is knocked out of bounds. Ball goes back over to Portland. Two minutes to play in the first half. Portland has the basketball up by 10. They try to get it to Petrie. They can't get it to Petrie. Instead, it is Davis on the baseline. Bob Davis, his shot is no good, and it is rebounded by Barry Clemens for the Cavaliers. Clemens gets it outside to Bobby Smith. Smith back over to Wilkins. Wilkins steps around Steele, gets into the paint, lays it up and good.
Lenny Wilkins.
15 points for Lenny Wilkins in the first half. Cleveland back to within 8. Portland with the basketball in the hands of LaRue Martin on the outside. Looking inside to Bob Davis. 5-foot shot by Bob Davis is good. His first basket of the night puts Portland back out on top by 10. 57-47. Wilkins to Clemens on the perimeter. Clemens with an open look from the wing. It's good.
Barry Clemens.
First basket of the night for Barry Clemens, former teammate with Wilkins in Seattle. Now they are together in Cleveland. As we come up on the 1 minute mark remaining in the first half, Portland with the possession and an 8-point lead. LaRue Martin gets the ball inside. Posting up on Patterson, his turnaround jump shot is good. 10-point lead once again for Portland, as the Cavaliers have the basketball. 45 seconds to go in the half. 14 on the shot clock. Here's Wilkins picked up on the switch by Bob Davis. He's got a good-looking shot at an open jump shot, but he cannot get it to go. Offline. The ball is loose, and it is Larry Steele taking it for Portland. Portland up by 10. 32 seconds now to play. Steele guarded closely by Wilkins. Looks for help. Finds LaRue Martin inside. Martin comes off a screen. He's got a mismatch down low over Wilkins. But Patterson comes over on the help and forces Martin to make a bad pass. That's a turnover. 20 seconds remain in the first half. The shot clock has been turned off, and the Cavaliers will likely play for the last shot of the half. Trailing by 10. They get the ball in the hands of Warner for the outside jump shot at the buzzer, and he drills it. Cornell Warner scores one at the halftime buzzer. And we go into halftime with the Trailblazers leading 59-51. And we will take a look at the first half box score. Lenny Wilkins with 15 points and 5 assists for Cleveland has been the most effective player in this game for the Cavs, although he is only 6 of 14 from the field. John Johnson with 11 points for the Cavs, who are shooting on the night up to 45%. They did a little better there in the second period, but Portland continues to blister the Nets. They are 67% from the field, led by Sidney Wicks, who is 7 for 11 for 14 points to go with 6 rebounds. Also a nice first half by the rookie Lloyd Neal 11 points and 7 rebounds. Second quarter scoring, it was Wilkins who did most of the damage for Cleveland with 9 points, Wicks with 8, and Petrie 6 for Portland. All right, before we head back to action, let's talk about the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network and what we have in store for this weekend. Unfortunately for me, but fortunately for you all, it is my wife's weekend to work, and that means Heartland Championship Wrestling will be on the airwaves tomorrow with action from Miami featuring the stars of the Atlantic Wrestling Federation. And actually, if you have been following Heartland Championship Wrestling, it is the championship tournament time of the year. Every October, we hold a pay-per-view called the Tournament of Champions, where all of the title holders from the past 12 months come together for a tournament to determine who wins the prestigious Filsinger Cup trophies for the year. Named, of course, after the creator of Legends of Wrestling and my good friend Tom Filsinger. In tomorrow's action, we will see 6 tournament matches. The final 3 matches of the night will be broadcast on the network, including a main event showdown between 2 rivals who have battled several times over the past year in Ric Flair and Bobo Brazil in a quarterfinal matchup in the Filsinger Cup tournament. In tag team action, a semifinal match pitting Jay and Mark, the Briscoe brothers, dem boys, the wild rednecks from Sandy Fork, Delaware, will take on their idols, Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher. That is going to be a slobber knocker. And also on the channel tomorrow, the Heartland Championship Wrestling debut of the one and only Cactus Jack. Cactus Jack made an appearance in a run-in against the on a Piper's Pit segment where Roddy Piper brought him in to attack the Killer Bees, and Piper and Cactus Jack laid waste to the Killer Bees on the set of Piper's Pit. And it will be Jumpin' Jim Brunzell in action against Cactus Jack tomorrow on the channel. And pity the potential outcome for a guy like Jumpin' Jim Brunzell. Great athlete, but he has no idea what he's getting into, taking on Cactus Jack Manson in tomorrow's action from the channel. And for a nice change of pace, we go from wrestling on Saturday to My Journey with Jesus on Sunday, as we continue to look at Luke chapter 9, and the theme of this week's video will be Ministry for Dunderheads. All right, so that is what we have coming up on the channel. Let's get back to basketball here in the Dave Cave. We're at the Cleveland Arena, where the homestanding Cleveland Cavaliers trail 59-51 to the Portland Trail Blazers as we start the second half. A quick drink of Diet Dr. Pepper and cream soda, 0 sugar. Good stuff. And it keeps the broadcasting pipes loose for all the action here in the Dave Cave. The second half tip is in the air. It's controlled by the Cavaliers. They'll get the first possession of the half, still trailing by 8. Austin Carr has it on the perimeter. He wants a jump shot, has it knocked away by Petrie out of bounds. Cleveland will keep possession with 16 on the shot clock. Wilkins now has it out on top. He had a nice second quarter. He's going to try and get around Petrie. Tries to run a little give and go with Austin Carr. That time the pass got away from Carr out of bounds for a turnover. It'll be Portland basketball. Trailblazers with Charlie Davis back at the point. 3 points, 2 assists in the first period, in the first half for Davis. He looks inside to Sidney Wicks. Wicks working on Roberson down low. His teardrop is off the back iron, no good. But the offensive rebound is grabbed by Petrie, and he'll throw it back out to the point for a fresh 24. Trailblazers on the reset. Ollie Johnson has it on the wing. Wants to look for Sidney Wicks on the block. Wicks gets the pass, steps to his left, lays it up and good.
Wicks.
Nice little reverse layup there by Sidney Wicks. He now leads all scorers with 16 points to go with 6 rebounds. Portland back on top by 10. Wilkins tries to pass it down low to Roberson. Sidney Wicks stepped into the passing lane and stole it. Portland has a 3-on-1 going the other way. Charlie Davis in the lead, sends it to Petrie on the baseline. Petrie back to Davis. Davis goes to the right hand, but his layup falls off the rim. And Lenny Wilkins alertly comes back and steals the rebound for Cleveland. Nice recovery there by Wilkins to get back and get that rebound on the missed layup. Now the Cavaliers' offense is a bit of a mess. They've got Johnson with it on the outside. John Johnson, his jump shot is way off target. And the rebound taken out of there by Lloyd Neal. Cleveland ran the Whiskey Tango Foxtrot offense on that possession. Portland with the basketball now leading by 10. Ollie Johnson working down low against John Johnson. Ollie and John inside. Ollie puts up the jump shot and scored it, and John fouled him.
Johnson scores. Foul is on Johnson. Second personal.
So Johnson's fouled by Johnson, and Johnson will go to the free throw line. Ollie Johnson from the Blazers with the chance at a three-point play. He converts the free throw. Portland now has their biggest lead of the night, 13 points, 64-51. Can the Cavaliers climb back into it once again? They had a couple of deficits that they crawled out of in the first half. Wilkins has the basketball out on top. Charlie Davis is on him. Wilkins wants to penetrate. Gets to his right, lays it up and good.
Lenny Wilkins.
Nice little give and go there from Rick Roberson. And Wilkins converts. Portland now with the possession, still up by 11. Inside they go to Wicks. Wicks from the high post. Tries to get it to Petrie on the baseline. It's kicked away, but Portland will retain possession. Blazers inbound it to Ollie Neal. Neal on the low block, covered by Dwight Davis. His layup is no good. And it is Ollie Johnson with the rebound for Portland. Here's Ollie with the putback attempt. Off the glass, no good. Roberson takes the rebound for the Cavs. Lenny Wilkins wants to run. It's 4-on-4 going the other way. They get it into the hands of Dwight Davis. Davis goes to his right, lays it up, and around the rim, no good. Davis wanted a foul call, didn't get the whistle, and the rebound is taken out of there by Sidney Wicks for the Trailblazers. And Wicks is going to slow things up going the other way. Hands the ball to Davis out on the point. They send it down low to Lloyd Neal. Oh, and nice interior screen there. Gets Neal an open look over the smaller Lenny Wilkins, and he buried that jump shot. 66-53 now. Portland back on top by 13. Cavaliers have the ball in the hands of Wilkins. He sends it over to Carr on the perimeter. Carr wants to drive this time. He fakes. He gets into the lane. His short jump shot is swatted. Petrie with the rejection from behind. Carr wants a foul, will not get it. The rebound is taken by John Johnson. He sends it back out to Wilkins. Wilkins has an open look with 9 on the shot clock. He fakes. He drives into the lane. He dumps it off to Roberson, and Roberson drops it home. Alert find there by Lenny Wilkins. Gets an easy bucket for Roberson. The lead is cut to 11. Under 9.5 to play in the third. Portland goes back inside to Wicks, and he shoots from the block and scores again. 18 for Sidney Wicks. Portland back on top by 13. Here's another look for Carr. This time he will take the outside jump shot, and he drills it.
Austin Carr.
Tough shot for Austin Carr that time. He's been quiet, only 6 points on the night. Cleveland back to within 11. Here's a look for Petrie from the outside. Petrie goes to his left, looks for a pick. comes off the screen. His layup is no good off the back rim, but he is fouled on the play by Dwight Davis. That is his third, and that will send Jeff Petrie to the line for 2 free throws. Petrie missed a couple of free throws in the first half, and he missed that one. Not a good night from the free throw line. Ordinarily a pretty reliable free throw shooter at 78%. Finally, he gets one to go.
Petrie made the free throw.
And that puts Portland on top by 12. 69-57, under 9 minutes to play, third quarter. Cleveland with the basketball. Inside they go to John Johnson. John and Ollie Johnson going at it once again. John Johnson with the jump shot. He left it short. Austin Carr sneaks in there for the rebound. Tosses it back out to Wilkins, and Cleveland will reset. The ball is in the hands of Wilkins out on top. Calls for the screen. He gets the screen from Davis. Gets into the lane, lays it up, and good.
Lenny Wilkins.
19 points now for Wilkins. It's down to a 10-point lead. 8:16 to play, third quarter. Petrie working on Carr from the outside. Sends it down low to Lloyd Neal. Neal on the dumps it back down to Petrie on the cut. Petrie drives the lane, dumps it off to Neal, and Neal banks it home. Portland back on top by 12. 71-59. Here's a quick jump shot by Lenny Wilkins, and he scores that one. Boy, Wilkins is on fire. He's got 21 points, and he is single-handedly keeping the Cavaliers within striking distance. Here's another look inside for Sidney Wicks. He has it knocked away by Roberson into the hands of Austin Carr. Carr picks up the turnover for Cleveland. Cavaliers will run in transition. They've got the numbers. John Johnson with it on the baseline. Sends it into the lane to Carr, and Carr is fouled by Petrie.
Foul is on Petrie. Second personal. First team foul.
First team foul on Portland. It's been a relatively quiet game as far as foul trouble. Nobody with any significant foul difficulty to speak of. That foul was called on the floor, so Cleveland will inbound. Still trailing by 10 with now 7.5 to play in the third. Dwight Davis to inbound. Sends it out on top to Wilkins, now guarded by Larry Steele into the game. And we've got a whistle and a technical foul called on Cleveland coach Bill Fitch. I don't know what sort of a bee got into Bill Fitch's bonnet, but he would get some technicals in his day. Larry Steele to the free throw line.
Steele made the free throw.
Made the free throw. And that pushes the lead back to 11, 72-61. Possession back to Cleveland as the game restarts on the Cavaliers' end of the floor. Davis to inbound. Finds Johnson out on the perimeter. Johnson looking for help. Gets it to Roberson on the baseline. Roberson to Carr. Carr with the outside jump shot. It's good.
Austin Carr.
Austin Carr starting to pick it up here in the third quarter. Brings Cleveland to within 9, 72-63. Now Ollie Johnson with it on the outside for Portland. Kind of stuck in no man's land out there. Has to take a tough shot from the outside, but he scored it.
Johnson.
I didn't think Ollie Johnson could get that one to go, and apparently Ollie didn't either, but it's a two-pointer, and that puts Portland back on top, 74-63. Cavaliers will go inside to Dwight Davis. He fakes, he shoots, he scores.
Dwight Davis.
Cleveland now up to 48% shooting on the night. Portland still just blistering the nets at 65% to maintain this lead. 6.5 to play now in the third. They get it inside to Wicks on the low block again, and Wicks scores again.
Wicks.
20 points now for Sidney Wicks to go with 7 rebounds. Good night for the second-year man and former Rookie of the Year out of UCLA. Portland on top by 11. as the Cavs look to cut the lead. They get it to Wilkins on the nice pass from Johnson. Wilkins goes to his left, lays it up and good. Midway through the third quarter, Portland by 9 with the basketball. Inside they go to Lloyd Neal. His shot is blocked. Roberson got a piece of that one, and Dwight Davis pulled it down for the Cavs. Cleveland now running the offense. Inside they go again to Dwight Davis down low. Davis from the low block scores.
Dwight Davis.
He's now got double figures with 10, and the lead is cut to 7, 76-69. Cleveland climbing back into it once again. It's been an uphill battle for Cleveland all night long, but to their credit, they've managed to keep it tight. Here's Petrie with an outside look for Portland. Cannot get the shot off, and he's forced to call a timeout out there. Portland's going to have to reset with 8 seconds on the shot clock. 5.5 minutes to play, third quarter. Ollie Johnson to inbound. The pass goes to Petrie on the wing. He's only got 1 second on the shot clock. He's going to have to throw something up, and he scores it.
Petrie. A
wild leaner by Jeff Petrie finds its way home, and Portland goes back out on top by 9. 78-69. Here's Wilkins again, taking control. Gets into the lane. Short jump shot is blocked. Larry Steele got a piece of that one. John Johnson comes out of there with the offensive board. Johnson on the putback attempt. Cannot get the shot off because he got clobbered by Larry Steele.
Second team foul.
Johnson goes down hard. That foul is on the floor, and it'll be a side out for Cleveland, still trailing by 9 with now 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. It'll be Dwight Davis to inbound. He finds Johnson on the wing. Back inside down low, they go to Dwight Davis. He lays it up and good.
Dwight Davis.
Davis with a nice little inside move to push the lead back to 7. And here's a quick jump shot by Charlie Davis over Wilkins, and he scores it. 80-71 now. Portland still in the lead. 4.5 to play, third quarter. Here's Wilkins again, looking to penetrate. Tries to find Roberson, threw it behind him, and that's a turnover. Substitutions now for both sides as they start to rotate some of the bench guys in to give the starters a rest. Portland with the basketball now. Larry Steele still running the offense. Sidney Wicks has it down low, still working on Rick Roberson down there. Here's Wicks against the double team. Gets around the double team, lays it up off the glass, and good. Nice low post move there by Wicks. He now has 22 on the night. Portland back on top by 11. 82-71. Here's another look from the perimeter for Austin Carr. This one, he rims around and out. And the rebound taken by Larry Steele for Portland. Another possession by Portland. They bounce it in down low to Wicks. Wicks on the low block. Sends it to Petrie. Petrie gets it back. Shoots the fadeaway, no good. Rebound is kicked out of bounds. Possession will go to Cleveland. And now, just to make my life even more miserable, into the game for Portland comes Charlie Davis and Bob Davis. So a couple of Davises in the game for Portland, and we'll do our best to keep track. Cleveland with the basketball, looking to inbound. They go down inside to Cornell Warner, who's now in the game. Warner working on the low block. Has it knocked away by Sidney Wicks, picked up by Charlie Davis. Turnover for the Cavaliers. Davis calls the offense. Yes, Portland will set things up. They get it inside to Greg Smith. Greg Smith working on the low block in the paint against Johnson. Sends it back out to Charlie Davis out on top. And that pass is intercepted by Austin Carr for the Cavs. Carr with it now on the perimeter. Wants to attack. Dribbles to his right. Steps around Petrie. His layup is off the rim, no good. And Sidney Wicks takes the rebound for Portland. Under 3 to play. Portland still leads by 11 here late in the third period. Wicks gets another look down on the block. Working on Roberson. Goes to the left hand. It's off the front rim, no good. And the rebound is taken for Cleveland by Cornell Warner. Cavaliers get it in the hands of Wilkins. He's got an open look from the perimeter. Coming off the screen. Shoots over Greg Smith, no good, but he is fouled. No, there is a loose ball foul on the play, and that will go against Greg Smith. So Smith commits the foul for Portland. Possession will remain with the Cavaliers. And just to once again make my life a lot of fun here behind the microphone, Portland brings both of their Clemens guys into the game. Jim Clemens at the shooting guard and Barry Clemens at the small forward. So Cleveland has the basketball, a full 24-second shot clock. They trail by 11, 2.5 minutes to play in the third. The inbounds pass goes to Wilkins. Working on Charlie Davis. Wants to attack. Now comfortably resting on the floor when he was knocked on his keister by Lloyd Neal. And once again, it looks like that's going to be a foul on the floor. That's 14 fouls for Portland in this quarter. Cleveland to set up once again. Now it's Warren into the game. Johnny Warren seeing his first action, fourth-year man out of St. John's. He's got an open look from the perimeter, and he scores it.
Johnny Warren.
Johnny Warren on the assist by Jim Clemens. Brings Cleveland back to within 9. Portland now with the basketball. In the game for the Trailblazers, we've got Charlie Davis at the point, and Larry Steele has moved over to the shooting guard. Greg Smith and Bob Davis are your forwards. LaRue Martin back into the ballgame in the low post. Cleveland with Jim Clemens and Barry Clemens to go with Johnny Warren, Steve Patterson at the power forward, and Cornell Warner at the center. Under 2 to play in the third. Portland with the basketball and a 9-point lead. Inside it goes to LaRue Martin. Working on Warner in traffic. His shot is good.
Martin.
6 points on the night for LaRue Martin, almost matching his career average. Jim Clemens now has the ball for the Cavaliers. Working on LaRue Martin on the switch. Clemens is going to pull the trigger from 18 feet out, and he buries it.
Jim Clemens.
6 points now for Clemens, and it is a 9-point game once again. 84-75. Here's an inside look for Portland, inside with Greg Smith. His turnaround jump shot is off iron, no good. Cornell Warner takes the rebound for the Cavs. 1 minute to play in the third period. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Barry Clemens with a look from the outside. His quick jump shot is blocked. LaRue Martin came out on the double team, swatted that one out of the air. It is picked off by Greg Smith for Portland. Blazers will get another possession with 50 seconds now to play. 42 now on the game clock, 16 on the shot clock. Portland works it around the perimeter. They get it to Steele. Steele looks inside to Martin. Martin dropped it out of bounds for the turnover. 38 seconds to play. Cleveland will have to call a play here. Lenny Wilkins back into the game now. Dumps it down low to Steve Patterson. Patterson on the inside. Working on Greg Smith. His short jump shot is too strong. The rebound is knocked out to Carr on the perimeter. Carr sends it back to Wilkins, and Cleveland will reset. The shot clock's been turned off. There's now 22 seconds left in the period, and Cleveland will likely play for the last shot of the quarter. Wilkins from the outside tries to get it to Warner. Petrie stepped in front and stole it, and that is going to be the end of the third period.
75.
84-75 is your third quarter score. As we take a look at the box. Very closely played third period. Portland continues to maintain that comfortable lead, largely due to the efforts of Sidney Wicks with 22 points and 8 rebounds. 15 points, 8 rebounds for Lloyd Neal. Petrie with 13, Ollie Johnson with 12 for the Trailblazers, who continue to shoot 64% from the field. Good offense for Portland, probably lousy defense for the Cavaliers as well. And of course, the story for the Cavs has been Lenny Wilkins, 23 points, 7 assists. Cleveland's got it up to 48% from the field, but if they don't turn it up on the defensive end, whatever they do on offense isn't going to matter tonight anyhow. Nice game for Dwight Davis, 6 for 9 from the field, 12 points, 5 rebounds. John Johnson, 11 points, 6 rebounds for the Cavs. Or as we used to call them back in the day, the Cavaliers. All right, we'll pick things up here in the fourth quarter. Portland on top by 11. Starting things off for Cleveland will be Lenny Wilkins at the point guard, Jim Clemens at the shooting guard, Barry Clemens at the small forward, Patterson and Warner down low. For Portland, it will be Steele and Petrie in the backcourt, Greg Smith at the small forward with Lloyd Neal and Sidney Wicks down low. The opening tip is taken by the Cavaliers, who still trail by 9. The ball is in the hands of Lenny Wilkins. He's got an open look from the free throw line extended. But his jump shot is too strong. But wait a minute, we've got a whistle and a foul on the play. That is against Larry Steele, and that will send Lenny Wilkins to the free throw line. We've seen very few free throws, only 18 total free throws. This will make 20 total free throws on the game as Wilkins shoots 2. First shot is good.
Wilkins made the free throw.
Wilkins hits them both.
Wilkins made the
to cut the lead to 7. If I had a nickel for every time I said the Trailblazers lead by 7 tonight, that would be a great big stack of nickels. Portland now with the basketball. Looking to extend the lead. They get it inside to Greg Smith. Smith working on Barry Clemens down low. His turnaround jump shot no good. And Steve Patterson takes the rebound for Cleveland. Lenny Wilkins brings the Cavs the other way. He's got an open look for Clemens on the outside. Barry Clemens cannot get his jump shot to go from mid-range. That bounces high into the air, and Sidney Wicks skies for the rebound for Portland. Portland wants to run. They've got 3-on-3 in transition. Smith with it on the left wing. Sends it down low to Petrie. Petrie drives it down the baseline and double dribble. Turnover for Portland on that fast break attempt. Cleveland now within 7 points and looking to draw closer. Jim Clemens outside working on Petrie. Wants to attack. Gets into the lane, drops it off to Cornell Warner, and Warner from point blank range converts. Quickly now, Cleveland within 5. The fans here in Cleveland Arena start to wake up a little bit. As Portland dumps it down low once again to their big man, Sidney Wicks. Wicks working on the inside, posts up Barry Clemens. Cannot get the shot to go, but he is fouled by Cornell Warner, and that will send Sidney Wicks to the free throw line. Question from D. Scott Howard: has the AI substitution situation gotten better? I would say somewhat. Overall minutes distribution has been pretty good. And they're doing a good job keeping fresh guys on the floor. There have been a couple of situations where an individual position, they will swap guys in and out frequently. And I'm not sure why that is. But overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the flow of the game. Scott, thank you for asking. All right, back to action. It is a 5-point lead for Portland with Sidney Wicks headed to the free throw line. Wicks, a 72% free throw shooter on the 72-73 season.
Made the free throw.
He makes the first. Wicks sets himself for the second free throw. It's good.
Wicks made the free throw.
86-79 now, Portland on top. Cleveland with the basketball. As Lenny Wilkins directs traffic, in low they go once again to Cornell Warner. Warner working down low against Wicks. His short jump shot is good.
Cornell Warner.
8 points now off the bench for Cornell Warner. Pulls the Cavs back to within 5. They get it into the hands of Wicks. He is trapped out on the baseline. He's got to send it back out to the perimeter where Jeff Petrie is waiting. Petrie steps around Clemens, tries to get into the lane, lays it up off the glass and good.
Petrie.
Portland back on top by 7. Under 10 minutes to play. Another look inside for Cornell Warner. Very active down low working on Sidney Wicks. His shot this time is no good. He gets his own rebound. Warner on the putback. Steps around Wicks, lays it up and good.
Cornell Warner.
Double figures now for Cornell Warner. Nice little spark for the Cavaliers off the bench. Warner in his third year out of Jackson State, checking in with 10 points, 5 rebounds for the Cavs, who now are once again within 5 points, 88-83. On the offensive end, it's in the hands of Steele. He's got Lenny Wilkins all over it. He wants to get it to Petrie on the perimeter. Petrie with a wild outside shot. He scored again.
Petrie.
Boy, Petrie has hit some acrobatic outside jump shots here tonight. That one puts Portland back out on top by 7, 90-83. Here's Wilkins now being denied by Larry Steele, smothered by Steele. Tries to get a shot off. It's offline, but Steele fouled him. And Wilkins will go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Second team foul.
First shot by Wilkins is good.
Wilkins made the free throw.
26 points on the night for Wilkins. He leads all scorers. Looking to make it 27 here. Yeah, as Charlie Davis comes in for Steele at the point guard for Portland. And D. Scott, to answer your question, it's been these two, Charlie Davis and Larry Steele, that seem to be bouncing in and out of the game more frequently than I might expect. So we'll keep an eye on that here in the fourth quarter. Right now we've got Davis at 100% effectiveness and Steele at 80%, so it makes sense that Davis would come into the game in this situation. He is the starter, and if I were coaching, I would just leave Davis out there down the stretch. But we'll see what happens with the substitution pattern in answer to your question. Wilkins steps to the line for the second free throw. He connects on that one to cut the lead back to 5. Keeping it interesting here in the fourth quarter. Portland with the basketball in the hands of Charlie Davis. Davis working on the outside on Lenny Wilkins. Tries to get into the lane. Comes off the screen, but cannot get the shot to fall. And Cornell Warner comes out of there with a big rebound for the Cavaliers. Very solid minutes for Cornell Warner here tonight. And a big rebound as Cleveland tries to climb back into this one down the stretch. Here's an outside look for Barry Clemens on the perimeter. But he cannot get the shot off until he is fouled by Greg Smith. And that is 3 team fouls now on Portland here pretty quickly in the fourth period. Substitutions on both sides. As some starters return to the contest. Ollie Johnson back into the game along with Bob Davis for the Trailblazers. And for Cleveland, they have got the full starting lineup intact. 8.5 minutes to play. Cleveland with the basketball trailing by 5. They've trailed by as much as 13 in this game, and they have not led. It'll be Davis to inbound for the Cavs. He passes it out on top to Wilkins. Wilkins sends it to Johnson on the perimeter. Johnson cross-courts it to Austin Carr. Carr steps around Petrie, lays it up, and around the rim and off. Should have had that one. Rebound taken by Bob Davis for the Trailblazers, and they'll walk it back the other way. Missed opportunity for Austin Carr on that possession. Portland with the basketball, back out on top by 5. Wicks with it along the baseline. He's in trouble out there. Can he get something for Petrie? Petrie wants it at the top of the key. They can't get it to him. Instead, it is Bob Davis with the baseline jump shot, no good. Rebound kicked away, out of bounds. Ball goes over to Cleveland, as Sidney Wicks will take a rest. Cavaliers still trail by 5, just over 8 minutes to play in this one. Cleveland basketball. They run a play down inside for Rick Roberson, working on LaRue Martin now. The short jump shot by Roberson is good. And it is now a 3-point game with under 8 minutes to play. Cleveland holding their own in this one. Portland with the basketball. Inside they go to Bob Davis. Davis drops it on the high post to Ollie Johnson, and Ollie Johnson scores one, and he is fouled on the play by Dwight Davis.
Foul is on Davis. 4th personal, 2nd team foul.
Now 2 team fouls on the Cavaliers. Portland is up by 5, and it is Ollie Johnson going to the line with an opportunity for a 3-point play. Then Johnson delivers.
Johnson made the free throw.
That's 15 points now for Ollie Johnson for Portland. Good night for Ollie Johnson, a rookie out of Temple. 6-point lead now for Portland as Cleveland tries to answer. They set up the offense in the hands of Johnny Warren, and he's got it stolen away by Davis. Portland's got a 3-on-2 the other way. Charlie Davis in the lead. Bob Davis and Petrie on the wings. He drops it off to Bob Davis inside. Davis cannot get the layup to go. Rebound is batted around, and it is tipped out to Petrie on the perimeter. Portland is going to reset. Big offensive rebound there, tipped out to Petrie, as Portland maintains a 6-point lead and looks to take control once again. They get it inside to Bob Davis. Down low against Dwight Davis. He's got a good look inside, but he cannot get the shot to fall. Ollie Johnson takes the rebound. We've got a Johnson guarded by a Johnson and a Davis guarded by a Davis. The putback attempt by Ollie Johnson over John Johnson is whistled off, as Ollie Johnson is called for the offensive foul. My goodness, what a crazy night for the announcing team. Davises and Johnsons and Clemens everywhere. Cleveland with the basketball now trailing by 6, just over 7 minutes to play in the ballgame. As Cleveland sets things up, they've got an outside look here for John Johnson. Not his forte, but he takes the baseline jump shot. It's no good. And the rebound is taken down by Sidney Wicks. That's a double-double for Sidney Wicks, 24 points, 10 rebounds for the big guy out of UCLA. Portland on top by 6. They get it to Charlie Davis on top. Davis from the outside. Drives it into the paint, drops it off to Wicks. Wicks slams it home. Big basket for Portland. They're back on top by 8. The Cavaliers make another run. Portland survives and reestablishes a comfortable lead. 95-87. 6.5 minutes to play in this one. Does Cleveland have another push to get back into the game? That remains to be seen. Here's Dwight Davis with a look from the baseline. Steps around Neal. Gets into the lane. His layup is no good. But he is fouled on the play by Neal. And that will send Dwight Davis to the free throw line for the Cavs. Dwight Davis, a good, almost 80% free throw shooter on the season. The first shot is too strong. He'll line it up for the second. As Larry Steele comes back into the game at the point. Davis hits the second.
Davis made the free throw.
And once again, it is Portland by 7. 95-88, 6.5 minutes to play. Put another nickel on the stack. Portland by 7. They've got it in the hands of Bob Davis on the outside. He wants to dump it down to Wicks. Wicks on the low block, takes the pass, steps around Roberson, and scores it. Sidney Wicks has taken over this game in the fourth quarter for the Trailblazers. He's got 28 points. Johnny Warren has the ball on the outside for Cleveland. Looking for Davis. Dwight Davis on the baseline. His outside jump shot is off the back iron too strong, but he is fouled on the play by Bob Davis.
Foul is on Davis.
Dwight Davis now to shoot 2.
15.
We are at the midway point of the fourth quarter. The Cavaliers trailing now by 9, 97-88. As Dwight hits the
Davis
first.
made the free throw.
And Charlie Davis back into the game as Portland continues their point guard rotation. Second shot by Dwight Davis is good.
Free throw.
Stop me if you've heard this one before. Portland leads by 7. 97-90. Portland still blistering the nets at 62%. Here's Charlie Davis with it on the outside. Guarded out there by Johnny Warren. 16 on the shot clock. Davis calls for the screen. Gets the screen from Johnson. Tries to step into the lane, but Johnny Warren picked his pocket. That's a steal for the Cavs. They needed that one. They need a basket here to keep this one close. They look inside to Roberson. Roberson working down low against Wicks. His turnaround jump shot is blocked. Sidney Wicks got up there and got him. Bob Davis takes the rebound for Portland. They get another possession. It's 3-on-2 going the other way. Charlie Davis dribbles down the center of the court. Goes to his right. Sends it to Petrie in the lane. Petrie lays it up and good.
Petrie.
Nicely executed fast break basket by Portland. Puts the Trailblazers on top by 9. As into the chat room comes the Smelly Wrestling Geek. All right, well, Smelly Wrestling Geek, it's great to have you here. I am 2 of those 3 things, and we'll leave you all to decide which 2. I was in diapers during this season, says Smelly Wrestling Geek. In 72-73, let's see, I would have been 8 years old, going on 9 years old during this season. I would have turned 9 years old late in the season, so... And I was not still in diapers at the age of 9, just to set the record straight. All right, Cleveland has the basketball. They trail by 9, 99-90. Now under 5.5 minutes to play. Cleveland has managed to keep it close, but they're starting to run out of opportunities here as the clock is winding down. Here's a nice open look for Austin Carr from the free throw line. He buries that one. And finally, Austin Carr has hit double digits. It's been a quiet night for AC, usually a 20-point-per-game scorer. The lead is 7 as Portland comes back with the possession. They get it into the hands of Petrie on the outside. He's been dueling with Austin Carr all night. And this time Carr knocks it away. Johnny Warren picks it up for the Cavaliers. That's a turnover. Cavs have 4 and 1 going the other direction. Austin Carr has it on the wing. Carr goes to his left hand, lays it up and good. Austin Carr picking up the pace here, pulls Cleveland back to within 5. D. Scott Howard was in his 3rd year of college in 1973. And that makes him old. All right, here we go with Portland up by 5. They get it inside to Wicks again. Wicks is the guy in the fourth quarter here for the Blazers. Can he get a shot off this time? No. He's forced to kick it back out to the perimeter, where Charlie Davis catches it and scores from the perimeter. Nice looking shot for Charlie Davis. That is 4 assists on the night for Sidney Wicks, and he did average almost 5 assists actually 5.5 assists per game for Portland in 72-73. He was their leading assist man, believe it or not, as well as 11 rebounds per game and 23.8 points per game in another all-star season for Sidney Wicks, the brilliant center out of UCLA. 101-94 is your score. Cleveland trails by 7. Under 5 minutes to play in the ballgame. Johnson has it on the outside. Looking for Austin Carr. Carr has the hot hand. Carr takes the pass. He's double teamed, and his shot is tipped away by Sidney Wicks. Wicks with a huge block. Dwight Davis picks up the carom inside. Dwight Davis looks for the opportunity to put it home, but Davis runs over his defender and commits the offensive foul. That is a huge call, and Bill Fitch is beside himself on the Cleveland bench, as he thought Davis should be going to the free throw line. Instead, they whistle him for the charge, and that gives the ball back to Portland with just over 4.5 to play, and the Blazers still up 7. 101-94 is your score. Wilkins back into the game for Cleveland. Steele back into the game for Portland. Portland up by 7. As Steele runs the offense. They get it into the hands of Petrie on the outside. Petrie with an open look coming off the screen. It's too strong. Roberson with the rebound for Cleveland. Can the Cavaliers cut into the lead? The ball goes to Dwight Davis on the perimeter. Davis with a baseline look over Lloyd Neal, scores it.
Dwight Davis.
Big basket for Dwight Davis. 101-96. Cleveland back to within 5. Can the Cavaliers get a stop here? Down low it goes to Sidney Wicks, working on Roberson. His short rainbow jump shot is off the back iron, and Austin Carr takes the rebound for the Cavs. The Cavs have numbers going the other way. Wilkins wants to push the tempo. He's got Carr and Johnson on the wings. Wilkins drives down the center of the ring and lays it up with the left hand, and good. Lenny Wilkins goes coast to coast, and with 3:50 to play, it is a 3-point ball game. (101-98). Portland with the lead and the basketball. Wicks has it on the perimeter, looking for help. Finds Lloyd Neal on the inside. Neal working on the low block. Turns, shuffles his feet, no call. Misses the shot. Wicks comes down with the offensive rebound, and Bill Fitch is furious. Here's Wicks with the putback attempt. His little jump shot is no good. But he is fouled on the play by Roberson, and that will send Sidney Wicks to the line to shoot 2, and Bill Fitch to the hospital with malignant hypertension at this point in the contest. Clearly, Neal traveled with it. No call. Wicks on the offensive glass, gets fouled on the putback, and heads to the free throw line. What a big turn of events for the Cavaliers. They could not secure the offensive board. Wicks misses the first free throw. That's a break for the Cavs. The second attempt by Wicks is good. No, it rolls around the rim and out, and is tapped in by Lloyd Neal. Portland goes back on top by 5. Alert play by Lloyd Neal for the putback. Cleveland with the basketball. Inside they go to Roberson. Roberson in traffic. Pitches it out to Johnson on the perimeter, and Johnson hits the baseline jumper. It's a 3-point game. 3:10 to play. Portland clinging to the lead. Petrie has it on the outside. He wants to attack. Comes around Austin Carr. Gets into the lane. But his pass is picked off by Carr. Nice defense by Austin Carr to intercept the pass. Once again, Cleveland has numbers in transition. It's 3-on-2. John Johnson has it on the wing. Gives it to Wilkins, running down the center of the floor. Wilkins misses the layup. Wilkinson could not get the layup to go, but they do get a whistle, and the foul is called on Charlie Davis. And finally, Bill Fitch gets a little measure of satisfaction as Lenny Wilkins goes to the free throw line. He's 7 for 7 on the night, and he can bring it to a 1-point game if he can connect on this pair of charity throws. The first is good. It's a 2-point game. We are under 3 minutes to play. You got to hand it to the Cleveland Cavaliers. They are keeping it They have stuck it out, kept it close all night, and now with 2 minutes 53 seconds to play, it's a 1-point game. Wilkins connects on both free throws, 103-102. Portland on the offense. Davis to set things up. Has it on the outside, faced up by Johnson. No place to go. Davis goes to his left, takes it into the lane, lays it up around the rim and out, no good. And the rebound is taken by Dwight Davis for the Cavs. And with 2:42 to play, the Cavaliers have a chance to take their first lead of the ball game. What a tight game down the stretch. Wilkins runs the offense. They dump it down low to Roberson. 15 on the shot clock. Roberson fakes up on Wicks. Sends it to Wilkins. Wilkins down low to John Johnson, open in the paint. Johnson's layup rolls off the rim, no good. But he was fouled on the play, and that is called on Ollie Johnson. Another unbelievable pass by Lenny Wilkins as he found John Johnson open inside. And Ollie Johnson had to wrap him up for the foul to prevent John Johnson from getting the easy bucket that would have put the Cavaliers into the lead. Now we've got John Johnson at the free throw line. He's a 73% shooter. His first shot is good. And with 2:30 to play, we are tied. 103-103. John Johnson lines up the second free throw. It's good. And for the first time in the game, Cleveland has the lead, 104-103. As the Smelly Wrestling Geek says, you should be able to intentionally miss free throws. And yes, that is an option. Next time we have somebody at the free throw line, we'll see if that is an available option. Good observation there by the Geek. All right, 2:29 to play. Cleveland on top for the very first time, 104-103. Portland with the basketball. Charlie Davis sets up the offense. He's got Wilkins on him. 15 on the shot clock. Davis wants to drive. He comes off the screen from Wicks, but his teardrop jump shot rolls off the rim, no good. Rebound taken by John Johnson for the Cavaliers. The fans here in Cleveland are on their feet, both of them, as the Cavaliers lead by 1. 104-103. Roberson has it on the perimeter. Wicks is all over him. Roberson finds Carr. Free throw line extended. Carr is double teamed. Pulls the trigger. His shot is off the front rim, no good, but he is fouled on the shot by Petrie.
Foul is on Petrie. His third.
And that will send Austin Carr to the free throw line. The Cavaliers are now in the bonus. So Carr will get the 3 to make 2. With 2:01 to play. And part of me has to believe that the constant working of the referees by Bill Fitch has perhaps paid off for Cleveland here in the fourth quarter, as they are going back to the free throw line yet again. Cleveland has picked things up here. They've got their field goal percentage to 50% for the first time. Austin Carr hits the first free throw. That makes it a 2-point game. Carr tees up the second free throw. Misses that one, but he'll get the third. Carr to take the bonus. This is a big shot. This will make it a 2-possession game. With 2 minutes, 1 second to play, Carr delivers.
Carr hit the free throw.
14 points now for Austin Carr. And he's got the plurality of those here in the fourth quarter. He has come up big when the Cavaliers have needed him after a quiet start to this one. It's a 3-point game, 2:01 to play, as Portland goes to set up the offense. They're going to go inside to Wicks. Down 3. He takes the pass from Petrie. His short jump shot from the low block is good. 30 points for Wicks. It's back to a 1-point game. Can the Trailblazers get the stop? Wilkins directing traffic. They find Dwight Davis open on the baseline. Davis with the baseline jump shot is too strong. Ollie Johnson takes the rebound for Portland. The Trailblazers get the stop. Davis and Petrie on a breakout. Charlie Davis running the floor, dribbling to his right. Hands it off to Petrie. Back to, tries to get it to Wicks, the trailer. It's knocked out of play. And it will be Cleveland basketball. Oh my goodness, a turnover for Portland on the fast break. Petrie could have taken it to the hole. Instead, he was looking for Wicks, the trailer. The pass was behind Wicks. It went out of bounds. Missed opportunity for the Blazers. 106-105, Cleveland clinging to the lead with the basketball. 1:32 to play. Lenny Wilkins, the veteran point guard, directing traffic. 14 on the shot clock. Wilkins calls for the pick. Wilkins takes it into the lane. Dumps it off to Dwight Davis on the inside. Davis cannot convert. Davis was contested by Lloyd Neal. Good defense by Lloyd Neal. Neal comes out of there with the rebound. Portland with another chance to take the lead. Lloyd Neal stayed home on that possession. And he now has a double-double with 17 points, 10 rebounds. 106-105, Portland trailing with the basketball. They go down low to Wicks. Wicks on the inside. Faced up by Roberson. The little jump shot is too strong. Off the back iron, it rattles out, but he draws the contact from Roberson. And Wicks will go to the free throw line for a pair. Roberson not happy with that call, but quickly Lenny Wilkins comes over and gets in between Roberson and the referee so that Roberson does not find himself teed up here in the final minute of play. Sidney Wicks steps to the free throw line. And the first shot is good. He ties the game. 106 is your score with 1:06 left to play in the game. How about that? The second free throw by Wicks is good. Portland goes back out on top. This may come down to whoever has the final possession. Right now the ball is in the hands of Cleveland. Lenny Wilkins looks to set up the offense. He's got Davis on him on the wing. Wilkins weaves into the lane. He's cut off by Neal. He stops and pops. And his shot is blocked by Wicks. Somehow Wilkins comes out of there with it. Resets the offense. 9 on the shot clock. Inside they go to John Johnson. Johnson kicks it out to Carr. Carr with the baseline, with the perimeter jump shot. That's no good. And Ollie Johnson takes the rebound for Portland. Carr could not connect. Now Portland's got to break out the other way. It's 4-on-1. Charlie Davis dribbling down the court. Finds Ollie Johnson on the wing. It's a gold rush. Cross courts it to Wicks. And Wicks slams it home.
Wicks.
Sidney Wicks with the block shot ran the floor. Got the outlet pass and slammed it home to put Portland back on top by 3. 109-106. The Trailblazers on a late run. And now it is desperation time for the Cavs. They need a quick shot here. Open down low is Roberson. He's got a mismatch coming off the screen. Working hard in the lane. There's a whistle. He's fouled. And Roberson is awarded a pair at the free throw line. That's a big opportunity here for Cleveland. If they can put points on the board with the clock stopped, that could be a turning point for the Cavs. Roberson, only a 57% free throw shooter, misses the first. And yeah, to your point here previously, Geek, right here is the intentionally missed free throw option. If Roberson can make this one, it'll be a 2-point game, just a 1-possession game. I think it's too early to intentionally miss the free throw with 29 seconds left to go in the game. So we'll see if Roberson can connect here. And he does.
Roberson hit the free throw.
109-107. It's a 2-point game. The Cavaliers need a stop. Portland with the basketball. They have to take the shot with 5 or 6 seconds to go in the game. Steele has the ball on the outside. And he's fouled by Wilkins away from the ball.
Foul is on Wilkins.
I don't know what the thinking was there, or whether Wilkins was just trying to deny the pass, but that is going to send Smith to the free throw line. Greg Smith at the line for Portland, shooting 2. He's only a 58% shooter on the season, but he hits the first.
Smith made the free throw.
Smith made the free throw. And I don't know if that was the right strategy for Cleveland. As Smith makes them both, and it's now a 4-point game. 111-107, and it is desperation time here in Cleveland Arena. They're going to have to go for the quick shot. It's going to be John Johnson. Got plenty of space. Cannot connect. The rebound goes into the hands of Rick Roberson for the Cavs. He goes for the putback attempt. His layup is blocked. Another block shot for Sidney Wicks. That is 6 block shots on the night. And Lloyd Neal comes out of there with the rebound for Portland. Cleveland has to foul. They get it into the hands of Smith, and Austin Carr grabs it.
Foul is on Carr. First personal.
Smith hit 2 clutch free throws the last time down. He's got 2 more coming this time. And the first shot is good.
Smith made the free throw.
Boy, Greg Smith with 3 clutch free throws here in the fourth quarter to put the icing on this victory, this presumed victory for Portland. They're now up by 5. As Smith hits again.
Smith made the free throw.
Smith 4 for 4 down the stretch to give Portland a 6-point lead here with only 17 seconds to play. And this, of course, was back before the time of the 3-point shot. Wilkins is going to have to take the 18-footer here. He scores it.
Lenny Wilkins.
But the lead is now 4 with only 5 seconds to play. Cleveland's going to go for the steal or the foul. Petrie wants to let the clock expire, but he's fouled by Carr. And it will be Petrie going to the line for 2 shots with just 4 seconds to play. And Portland up by 4. Petrie hits the first.
Petrie made the free
He's now
throw.
got 20 on the night. Petrie missed the second. And Lenny Wilkins takes the rebound. There's only 4 seconds to play. The lead is 5. Cleveland rushes it back down the court the other way, but they won't get a shot off, and that will be your ball game.
The final score.
All right, how about that game? That was more exciting down the stretch than we might have initially thought, as Cleveland made a nice run, but Portland came back and took the victory 114-109 on the road.
Cleveland was led by Wilkins with 33 points, 7 assists.
Player of the game, no question about it, is Sidney Wicks for the Trailblazers in a winning effort. 34 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 block shots. Jeff Petrie with 20 points for Portland, 17 and 11 for Lloyd Neal, and 15 and 6 for the other rookie, Ollie Johnson. So good team effort as Portland finished the night shooting 60% from the field, and you're just not going to win many games with a defensive effort like that. The Cavaliers made a go of it tonight, but fell short down the stretch. Lenny Wilkins, a sensational game, 33 points and 7 assists. 15 points for John Johnson, 17 for Dwight Davis. But just not quite enough down the stretch for the Cavaliers. Clutch free throws, 4 for 4 for Greg Smith down the stretch for the Trailblazers to ice the victory. And that will wrap things up here for tonight. Next Friday night in the Dave Cave, it will be the awful Philadelphia 76ers, a record 9-73 futility for the 76ers. They'll be taking on the Atlanta Hawks in Silver Division action. So come check out Pete Maravich and the Atlanta Hawks next week. Thank you to everybody who checked out the ball game tonight. D. Scott Howard, Smelly Wrestling Geek, a man after my own heart, Dave Gardner, Brock Riblet, another good wrestling fan, and of course, Cleveland baseball fan 879, another good wrestling fan. Lots of activity here in the chat room tonight. Thank you all for checking us out here at the Dave Cave. Once again, your final: the Trailblazers 114, the Cavaliers 109. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. From the Dave Cave, on behalf of the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network, this is Dave Little signing off, saying that's our stream, and I am out of here.